Hello, I'm Pastor Dan Hager. Welcome to Daily Devotions for Tuesday, June 29th, 2021. This coming Sunday is Independence Day, the 4th of July. And, it'll be a time at church where we're going to give thanks and prayer for our nation. It also is a time for us to gather together, maybe with some loved ones, and celebrate this happy day and to give thanks to God for our own country, the United States of America. You may not realize it, but in the hymn book, in the back of the hymn book, there's a whole section that called National Songs. They're songs that you know and hear. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Oh, Canada is in here as well. But there is a song that speaks of praying for your own country, knowing that God is the Lord of all nations. And I didn't know much of the history, so I used this as an excuse to look it up. It was originally, the first two verses of this 3-verse hymn were written by Lloyd Stone. He was born in California, but lived most of his life in Hawaii. And he wrote these verses in 1934. If you can think back in history, World War I was over. They still thought of it as the war to end all wars. There was great hope that maybe nations would learn how to live in peace with each other, and that was his prayer as well. And then about 5 years later, another verse was made by a Methodist theologian. Her name is Georgia Harkness. And she adds a third verse about prayer. And together, it really is one of the more thoughtful hymns about being in love with your own country and yet praying for all countries. So with that in mind, I will read this to you right now. This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating, with hopes and dreams as true and as high as mine. My country's skies are bluer than the ocean, and sunlight beams on clover leaf and pine. But other lands have sunlight too, and clover, and skies are everywhere as blue as mine. So hear my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for their land and for mine. And now the third verse. This is my prayer, O God of all earth's kingdoms. Your kingdom come, on earth your will be done. O God, be lifted up until all shall serve you, and hearts united to learn to live as one. So hear my prayer, O God of all the nations. Myself I give you. Let your will be done. Amen.